You? A weird little bald man? No.
Well, like,
What?
yeah. Like if you chucked a penny, he was like,
We got fresh cuts like a map from Turkey. Built like a skull can't reveal the workings. Last dance in the room full of mannequins. Cascas, the past game's relevance. Last dance in the room full of elephants.
Hello, I'm Evan, and this is Jake Breeze.
Hello.
Welcome back to the podcast. Dude, you just showed me something that I really want to see again.
okay, so yeah, this is me when I was like 17.
There's no way this is you.
I know, look at that jawline, bro. I was hot back in the
Dude,
day. What's happened to me?
a hard life. That's amazing. Can you show Brett real quick?
Yeah.
Because I know he really wants to see that.
Oh. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I was fucking... That was back when I was the lead singer of a band and I thought I was the shit. Like,
Were
yeah.
you the lead singer of a band?
Yeah, for like 10 years, yeah.
Did they do anything?
Yeah, we played like a couple of festivals and stuff, and like we actually... Do you know the band Sticky Fingers from Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah, we supported them at Band on the Wall. It was awesome. Yeah.
What? You supported what kind of music did you make?
We were kind of like alt rock, kind of like funk influenced alt rock. I'll tell you what, I'll send you some tunes in a bit, see what you think. But yeah.
Yeah, can we use their music to like open the podcast episode?
I mean, it's up to you, really.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
What were you guys called?
We were called Rivet City.
Rivet City.
Yeah.
Did you come up with a name?
Yeah, because basically we used to be called Albino Gorilla, and we realized it was a terrible name. And then we were all like Fallout 3 had just come out, and like I was like, we were joking in the studio as we were recording a single to be like, oh, because the place that we were all from, Tilsley, was like the land that time forgot.
Okay.
We were like, if there was some kind of nuclear apocalypse, Tilsley would be Rivet City. It'd be the last bastion of humanity. You know what I mean? And then it kind of came from there. And it's 10 of the best years of my life. It was sick. I wish we would have done more, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's so hard, right? Music is exponentially more hard than comedy because, you know, you have to rely on these other people to play the band.
Yeah. And also, in comedy, you're only managing your fragile ego.
Exactly.
Whereas, like, you're also managing 4 other artists. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
and then if you get like a couple hundred to play a gig, you have to split that amongst,
Yeah.
I don't know, how many people were in the band?
Yeah. Like, well, there was 5 of us, but yeah, man, like it was good times though. I do miss it a lot, but I think stand up, as soon as I started doing it, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
right, this is better. This is way better because like you just show up, you shuffle in with your backpack and
Yep.
do the thing, and like the connection's quite instant, and everyone cares about the new thing you're gonna say. Whereas like when you're doing music, you're just playing the same shit every night. I know that you're technically doing the same material every night sometimes, but with the music thing, it's like, because I was also a bit of a manic mess back then. And I had this thing where I was just like, I'm changing the world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With my art. And then like, I was such a dickhead. And then I sort of look back now, and a lot of the lyrics I was writing came from a very dark place within me. And then all I would do is just constantly just relive this thing over and over and over and over and over again. But in my head, I'm like, no, I'm channeling it. And I wasn't, I was just living in it. And then as soon as I started doing stand-up, fucking a lot of the stuff that I was talking about comes from places in me that are my fears and stuff. Like, you know, I'm writing a show at the moment about being really, really afraid of death.
Yeah.
And it's so much easier to process that through the spoken word than it is
Yeah,
through
through
trying to
comedy.
write poetry. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but sometimes when you're doing an hour on something that was like traumatic that happened to you, you're still living in it as long. Like if you're doing like a breakup show or a dead dad show, every time you go on stage talking about it, you're in that moment, you're in that headspace. So if you have to do that every day for the Fringe, it's fucking difficult.
I do love that the Dead Dad show is like a
staple of the Fringe.
Yeah. It's like, my dad is dead. My girlfriend broke up with me. Hour. Like,
Yeah.
That's great. Because I don't think I could be that vulnerable, man.
Oh no?
No, like I don't like.
But you could within music.
Yes, but I don't like talking about my immediate life. I there's something about it that I'm like, I don't feel interesting enough for that. I want to talk about things that I think about at night that keep me up, and that's why I can't sleep.
Okay.
Rather than this thing has happened to me.
But then how long have you been doing comedy?
6 years-ish.
6 years.
Ish.
So this is a career that can span your entire life, right?
Yeah.
So eventually
Yeah.
you could start digging into that little fucking well.
Yeah, maybe. I think what gets me is that I again, yeah, I just don't feel interested enough yet. I think that, I still...
You still have so much more to talk about.
Yes.
Before you start getting into your personal, yeah.
Because I'm just a weird little bald man. I don't really...
You? A weird little bald man? No!
Well, it was like, there's comics that I watch that I'm like, you are fascinating to me. Mm-hmm. But I feel like at the moment, I'd much rather talk about fucking Zoroaster. Do you know what I mean? Than I would talk about what I think about, the news. Do you know? I don't know. Like, it's weird.
Oh, but that's different. Like talking about what you think about the news versus what you think about like your relationship with your parents and stuff like that. Because like those intrapersonal relationships are the things that are the most relatable.
Well, it's true because also, to be fair, whenever I do talk about my folks, my people's eyebrows start going up. Like my folks were interesting people.
Of course.
But I remember like my mum, one of the last things she said to me before I moved out was like, Jake, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You've got the potential. And I was like, oh, she's going to be really nice. And she was like, to be really, really annoying. So just be mindful of that when you leave this home. And I was like, all right, sick. Cheers, Mom.
Was that like the day you were moving out?
Yeah. And to be fair, she was spot on. Like, ask Phil, I can be really annoying.
Dude, everybody can be very annoying.
Yeah, but I'm so good at it.
Yeah? I've not seen that within you at all.
No. Yeah. It's because, like, and ask Phil, like, he'll tell you, like, when I find a little weak spot in your armor, and I just chip at it and chip at it and chip at it and prod you until you get annoyed at me, and then I'm like, mission accomplished. And it doesn't solve anything. It doesn't do anything for me. There's just like a horrible, evil thing inside of me.
So like if somebody shows you their Achilles heel, you're like, tickle, tickle,
tickle.
Yeah,
big time. I'm just like, let's get in there. Like, which is not great. Like, but yeah.
I think it's a thing that like a lot of comics have.
Yeah. I mean,
like, were you I guess you were the lead singer of the band. In school, were you more like a bully? Were you just like a...
No, like I did, and I know that like
the artistic recluse.
I know I looked the part for the school bully, but like basically I was strange at school because we had this weird group where we were kind of in between us-esque, but we basically had no beef with anyone, but no one really had beef with us. But because I was so intensely anxious at school, I was like, okay, if I just keep making people laugh, eventually they'll leave me alone. Because I looked around and there was people. My school was. It was all right, but like people were a bit nuts. Like there was people getting thrown into skips and like fucking
people thrown into skips.
Yeah. There was a kid called.
They wouldn't recycle, would they?
Yeah. So there's this kid called Tommy D. He was called. He was a nice lad. I think there was problems, and like his thing was that if you chucked a penny in front of him, he would grab it, and so people latched onto it.
What?
Yeah. Like if you chucked a penny, he was like, and then like. People would like throw like hundreds of pennies into the air and he'd be like, ah, and he'd be like running around picking up these pennies. I don't know if he had a fixation on the penny or whether times were hard, but like, so basically like then someone threw him into this skip, but it was, the side was too big and he couldn't get out. So like,
no.
He was just, all you could hear was like scrambling. It was like,
he was just stuck in the skip.
Yeah. So then they had to like throw him like a rope to like get him out. But he came out of it and like, what's weird about school?
I was just picturing him just placing all the pennies down, and just making steps to get out.
Yeah,
and finally
like some kind of Minecraft adventure.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, because he got out and he did that weird thing that kids I think who were a bit mental do, where like he just didn't react. He just got out and just carried on with his day as though nothing had happened. And I was like, I didn't. You know when you see one of them things that you're like, I didn't even know I hadn't seen that. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. That kid, if you were in America, would have shot you all.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. Yeah. Like that is school shooter territory.
Yeah.
Hundo.
We had a kid in Canada who was at my school who was exactly like that, but we pushed him beyond the point of quiet.
Yeah.
To the point of like sheer rage within him that he was like. And everyone's like, oh,
we've broke him.
Thank God we live in like Canada.
Yeah, we broke him. Yeah, this is the point where the AK would come out. Yeah. I mean, it is weird that because I also feel like not having access to weaponry in your general vicinity does allow the nutters to kind of reach their true form.
Yeah, like I think we're getting to a point that we're really understanding mental health a lot more and appreciating like, things like autism and different mental health issues.
Yeah.
But really the biggest thing you need is just a night to sit on it. Like, that's the biggest takeaway I've learned this year is like, if I'm feeling stressed about something and I'm in like a heated text debate or whatever, I'll text you tomorrow.
I know what you mean. It's like your advice to potential school shooters if you're watching this is it's almost like sending a risky email. Have a night.
Yeah, take a
Think
night.
about it.
100%. If you're thinking that you want to shoot up the school, first off, do some mushrooms, jerk off, take a sleep, take a couple sleeps. You're waking up feeling a little angry? Take a snooze.
Yeah, I dig it because that's it. Like those kids also end up being the backbone of the stories you tell as an adult. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because there were so many nutters in my town. Like.
Who do you think those kids would have been like growing up in like medieval times, though?
I think about this constantly. I do. I think I love that you know me well enough to know that that's the question.
Yeah.
Because like, oh my God, all I do is think about what would it be like in medieval times. But so like, I honestly think that he would have been maybe like the boy in the town who they're like, he's
penny
not.
boy?
Yeah, he's not allowed near the cow. Don't let him near the cow. Like he's doing it wrong. And maybe like what he does instead is like. I don't know, maybe you know the guys when they get off the horse and they don't want to step in the mud and there's a person. Like maybe that's him.
Oh, he's the mud person.
Yeah, maybe he's the person. And it's like, here's a penny. And he's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gets about his business.
Oh my God. He's like a crow.
Yeah.
He's like doing whatever he can for shiny things.
Yeah. Crow man. Fuck yeah.
He'd have feathers.
Well, this is what I mean. Do you reckon there's
You could really truly be who you wanted to be back in the medieval times, eh?
Fuck yeah, dude. Like you could just... Mate, I have always wanted to be, and I can't do the profession I want to do. What I want to do is sit at the edge of the road and give advice to travellers for a penny. I just want to sit there and be like, watch out for that bridge. And like, they give me a penny and I'll go like, and I'll say something mystic and then wander into the woods. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I can't.
You want to be a side quest man?
Yeah, I want to be the guy who hands out side quests, but I can't because I have to pay rent.
Dude, no, you can find a way to make rent and be the side quest guy for sure. I just went to Estonia, and like that's one thing that we started noticing is the amount of side quest people.
Yeah.
Mostly, and it's amazing. It's people like in touristy areas.
Yeah.
So like they're just there to exist to give you a side quest in exchange for a couple coins.
Nice. Well, it sounds like though, because whenever you tell me about your experience doing fringes, your shows sound like side quest provision. I like it.
Sure, but dude, go be a side quest guy. Go do that. Why not? Get a cloak.
Yeah.
I could see you owning a cloak and a top hat.
I used to own a cloak.
You owned a cloak? What did you do with the cloak? You can't just get rid of a cloak.
Oh, mate, I think what I ended up doing, no, I had a cloak.
Did you donate the cloak to charity?
Yeah, because I had to give it because I wore it once to a drum and bass rave, and then I walked into the bathroom and was like, I'm in a cloak.
Yeah.
What's happened to you? Because I was like 23, and I was like, what have you done to yourself?
Yeah, you're the cloak.
You're in a cloak.
You became Crowboy.
Yeah, I became... that's what I'm saying. So, like, for other people, I've become that, like, myth that they've seen.
Yeah.
Because, like, when I was when I was in uni, I tried to learn harmonica, and I would just play it in the streets.
I also tried to learn harmonica.
Yeah, and I would just walk home playing harmonica, and I'm like, and floral shorts. And I'm like, somewhere there is a person who lived near Oxford Road in, like, 2012 or whatever it was. Like, do you remember his floral shorts harmonica guy?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I've become that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I was the kid who would dance on his longboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, of course, man. Be whoever you want to be. But I get it. Like, being the floral shorts harmonica guy, we had a guy in Toronto called Xanta.
Yeah.
Who would dress up as Santa Claus all year round, shirtless though, ripped, and just do push-ups and pull-ups on the subway.
Go on, mate.
Yeah.
Go on, bud.
And they go,
What?
yeah, he just makes sounds, yeah.
Oh, so he was like properly mentally.
He had Tourette's,
right?
yeah,
Oh,
for sure,
okay.
sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
right.
did they think you weren't mental?
I don't know because like, the problem that I have, right, is that for ages I was always like, yeah, be who you want to be. I don't know if I'm getting conservative in my older age, but I'm like, maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't be our authentic selves the whole time. There's a bit of me that I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know.
Cook?
Because, oh God, this is going to sound awful. Basically, I'm like, it all...
As long as it's not racist.
No, God. No. Right.
Okay.
It all started...
When women got the right to vote.
So it all started when I met this lady who was into the kink scene, and she wouldn't stop talking about it. And I was like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know how you like to have. I don't want to. It's not interesting to me. She's like, yeah, but it's a large part of my life. I'm like, yes, but we're in Subway. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's people around. People can see you. Like, hush. There's children around. Like, you don't need to be your authentic self right now. Do you know what I mean? Like, right now. It doesn't need to happen right now.
I strongly disagree.
Like, that's...
Fuck Subway. Fuck the NPCs.
No!
Live your life. If you want to talk about the kinks you have, talk about the kinks you have, man. Like, I get it. If there's kids around, don't talk about shoving dildos in every orifice.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But, like, you should still be able to talk freely with your friends.
Oh, 100%, yeah. But, like, I was a stranger.
Oh, she was just a random lady at...
You know, like, say, like, she'd known me about 2 days.
Okay.
And I was like, this is... I don't even know what you do for work. Do you know what I mean? Like...
Sure, but that's those people.
Yeah.
And those people, they need to talk like that because what they do really quickly is weed out the people who aren't like them.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah,
That's
you've
what
been
she was
weeded
doing.
out.
Oh, that's what she was doing.
Yeah, because if she talks like that and somebody else goes, oh my God, I love having my nipples clamped with paint thrown all over me and then feathers stuck to me. That's how they find those people.
Oh my God, I've been bamboozled.
How are you bamboozled?
I've been...
It's in the same way you talk about comedy.
Yeah,
That
true.
filters people out.
Yeah, true.
We naturally do this. By being your authentic self, you push away the people who do not like that vibe. By being annoying, you keep the people around you who can tolerate that.
Oh my God, I've done it. That's
Yeah, we're all like that.
Oh God, maybe, yeah. I don't know. There's just something about me where I'm just like, maybe I'm just a cranky old man, but there's like every now and then.
You're the least cranky person I've ever met, Jake. You're the sweetest boy. Unless outside of the parameters of knowing you, you were just some sort of scum.
Oh my God, I wish I'd have brought Phil with me. Because like he will disagree with all of this.
Yeah.
I love it because like, he spends so much time with me.
Okay.
And he'll probably end up watching this, but honestly, like, that man puts up with so much.
Okay.
Like, I'm such an imbecile.
Phil, we want to hear about you in the comments. All right, tell us what you think about Jake.
But I guarantee, if you bring him on this, like,
Yeah.
he will show you a side of me that people will go, surely not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know what it is, but there's some kind of evil gremlin controlling my soul, and it comes out when I'm with Phil. And it's weird.
So it's just him who kind of brings it out.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a testament to him or a testament to who you truly are?
I think a testament to who I truly am, because like, if my friends who've grown up with me,
Yeah.
if you ask people who've known me a couple of years,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, he's a lovely guy. If you ask people who've known me for 10 years, then just like, don't believe a word this man says. Like, he's a demon. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Like,
Okay. All right.
like,
Interesting vibes.
I don't mean like slaughtering.
No.
I don't mean like killing small animals. I mean like sort of. There's like an inherent cynicism inside me that bleeds out when I've known you for long enough, and people get taken aback by it. Yeah, I've realized I'm not selling myself very well here.
No, it's interesting. I'm glad that you're opening up and being free. Could you give me an example of this cynicism?
Oh God.
You don't have to. We've only known each other for a couple of years.
I mean, let me think. It's hard because like.
Like, okay, you hate things. It's like you become a gossip or you just like shit on people.
Oh no, I just hate things. I kind of, there's something about, for example, there's something about watching someone lose their sandwich in a lake that I'm just like, like there's something about that I'm just like.
Yeah, but everybody's got that. There's a thing. It's called Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
Right, where it's like, oh, somebody getting hurt. That's funny.
Yeah, but I have it in like silly amounts, and it scares me.
Okay.
It's just something about. I just love chaos. Do you know what I mean?
Like I saw a video last night of they were throwing this lady over a bridge to do bungee jumping, right? But they forgot to attach the cord.
Yes.
So it just looks like there's just people
launching
throwing a
it.
lady off a bridge.
Yeah. That kind of shit.
I was really upset about that, but you would laugh.
Well, I wouldn't laugh, but I'd just be like, "Oh my God, that's fascinating." Rewind. Do you know what I mean? Like,
And you'd watch it over and over.
Yeah,
again.
yeah, over and over and over again.
Is it like a sexual thing?
No.
Like, would you talk about this in Subway?
Yeah, I would, yeah. So I'm fascinated by like extremes in human experience.
Yeah.
And that for me, I'm just like, oh, as far as that lady knows, she's on her way to death. And I'm just like, I want to see what she's thinking. I want to see what the reactions of the people that have just done that. Because it's like, there's no malice in it, but it's a moment where everyone concurrently is going, oh my God. Do you know what I mean? And I get fascinated by that. You're looking at me in a weird way.
No. I get it, right? Because that is what you think. It's like when they throw that person over the bridge, if you were that person who threw them,
Yeah.
you noticed the bungee's not attached. The dropping of the heart.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
The like but that just interests you, or that
It fascinates me. Like, mate,
as long as it's not something sexual or something.
Oh, absolutely not.
You were the school shooter the whole time.
But it's like before I got here, like, 'cause my algorithm's all fucked up now. All I get is interesting recipes, orthodox Christian monasticism, and I also get like loads of like Ukraine war body cam footage. So like, literally before I got in my car, I was just like, oh, I've just watched a man die, and then I just got in my car and got here, and it was just like. There's something about it where I'm just like, fuck, like that is happening now. Like this is happening right now. I realize this is a comedy podcast. We're going to make it light. But like...
Well, how does this affect your comedy?
I think I like exploring that bit of humanity. Like...
Well, because the stuff I've seen you explore recently is more like, religious stuff.
Yeah.
Now, how would you bring in more... Well, I guess, you're talking about like the fear of death.
Yes. Because I want to... bring that in more, but I feel like to do that in a 15 to 20 minute club set isn't appropriate, because like these people have paid money to come and have a laugh.
Sure.
They've not paid to come and see me specifically, right? So if I do it in like a half an hour or an hour set, you've come to see me, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. Whereas I think that I don't want to go quite that intense.
Yet.
Yeah.
Get there. Get into that.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a huge thing, is when people go see, constantly people's 20s, it's like you need to stand out.
Yes.
And be as authentic as yourself, right?
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Pretend it's Subway.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. Yeah, maybe I will work some of it in.
Well, I'm so interested. Like, it is a hard thing, right? And it's a challenge to get that kind of humor across.
Yeah.
Because it's dark.
Yeah.
Like, how do you find the funny? Like, let's say we're talking about the people who threw the person over the bridge. How would you find the funny in that?
Because for me, what's funny about that is not the act itself. It's what has happened in the build-up for that mistake to happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like the moment of, oh my God, I've just thrown my friend off a bridge. Like there's something about that where I'm like, I want to deconstruct what that feels like. Do you know what I mean? Like, what must that feel like? I'm just like, oh my God, I've just thrown my friend off a bridge. I've just murdered my friend.
Yeah.
And it's on camera. So there's no being in a courtroom being like, we didn't know what we were doing. It's like, we've got video of you throwing your friend off a bridge. That's I think where I'd go to, is like the human experience of, oh my God, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? Because it's why I read loads of stuff about like plagues and famines and shit, like where I'm like going outside and...
Oh, the classic comedies.
Well, it's just, I get fascinated by like, what is it like waking up one day and half your village is just gone?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. But again, like, it's kind of hard to get the hee-hees and the ha-has in that one.
Kyle Lucy has such a funny joke about during COVID, everybody going inside and like quarantining.
Yeah.
And the homeless people feeling like they won. And then just being on the street, just like, we did it! We took over the city! And they're like on top of cars and stuff.
That's such a good bit. That's great.
So
I love that.
funny.
Well, that's it, because I've got a little bit about Native American genocide. It's my favorite joke that I've ever written. Yeah, it's my favorite joke I've ever written. And it has to be deployed in a very certain room in a very certain time. I've done it here and it's done
Yeah,
done
Thanksgiving. Via blanket.
Yeah. Well, it was like, because my thing is always like right at the beginning when the English colonization of, the Americas is happening.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Like, it's like everyone in documentaries in America, especially, talk about it as though America's always been a thing. Do you know what I mean? That white people are just, as the second they set foot in America, they're Americans. And because of that, like, I've got my own opinions on American cultural memory, but like, what's interesting is that like, they're like, oh, it's the worst thing Americans have ever done. And I'm like, meanwhile, British people are just like, we've got away with it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that was us, really. And you know what I mean? And and that kind of exploring that, like, that's I want to build on that, but I've always been really, really scared to do so because I don't want people to be like, he's making light of this. And I'm like, no, I'm making light of the kind of cultural amnesia that loads of countries have. Do you know what I mean? Like, Britain's got it real bad.
Oh, for sure.
Because I feel like, what's your experience with this? Because obviously, I feel like Canada addresses it a little bit more constructively.
When it comes to like the Native American
Yeah,
genocide? Look, I think actually Australia's been a really good country to kind of like own up to it.
I felt that when I was there,
Yeah. It feels like there's more of a conversation going on.
Yeah.
Whereas in Canada, a lot of the conversation started after I left.
Okay.
So I've not really been privy to a lot of it. I have like extended family who are like, First Nations.
Yeah.
But it's so hard. It's so hard, like what British people put them through.
Yeah. Which that's what's weird, is like when our history, we're just like, football, bangers and mash, Henry VIII. Don't ask what happened between this period. And it's like, miners' strike. Let's go, Oasis. And here we are. I find it really bizarre.
You've just redacted it, like those, like the dark years that Jesus had that nobody talks about. I wonder if he was considering doing a lot of genocide.
I'm writing a bit about those very years at the moment, because like there's a great bit if you read like the Jesus, the dark years, where it's like he's a kid and he just magics another kid to death. Like he just goes like, bah, and just kills this kid. And then the parents come to his parents and are like, your kid has just like divinely smited our child. Please, can you get him to bring him back to life? And Jesus is just like, no.
No, stop it.
Yeah, look it up.
This actually happened in the Bible.
Not in the Bible. It's like, apparently it's like Gospels that didn't make it in. Like the bits of the Bible that are on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you can still read them. Do you know what I mean?
Sick.
And
I thought it was going to be like, like Kevin Smith's version of Superman. There's like other artists' rendition of the Bible, and they have like all these crazy stories. I remember I grew up watching Young Hercules, so like I assume it's like that.
Fuck. Like, oh my days, you know about Young Hercules. Like, I've only watched...
What do you mean I know about Young Hercules?
No, as in like, because in Britain...
Yeah.
I've only seen like one episode of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is absolutely bizarre.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, whereas obviously...
Do you remember who Young Hercules was?
No. Because I've only watched one episode of it ages ago.
You don't know who Young Hercules was?
No.
I want to tell you, but it's a better reveal.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because it's a Canadian actor, so that's why it was like all over our stuff. Are you ready for it?
Go on. Oh, shit, I've just seen. You're fucking joking.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Ryan Gosling, my dude. Ryan Gosling was Young Hercules. Go back and watch that show. It's phenomenal. It's like Xena on acid.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. Yeah. Because I only watched one episode of it. Obviously, for you guys, that's like a canon fucking thing. Do you know what I mean?
Dude, I've been rocking with Ryan Gosling since Breaker High. Nah, hey, carry me away.
That's fucking wild.
Dude, there was a show where they all went to high school on a boat,
and
they traveled the world, and Ryan Gosling was like a young kid. Like, yeah, it was amazing.
Canadian television sounds utterly insane.
It's the best.
Yeah. Because I love Trailer Park Boys is one of my favorite things that like humanity in terms of the arts has created. I think it's unbelievable. But like, the more that I look into like other Canadian output, the more I'm just like, yous are really like really love surreal, bizarre, like, do you know what I mean?
We do, but there's also a show that I think would never ever happen in the UK that we had for a bit, called Keys to the VIP.
I've heard of this. I've heard of the title of this.
Dude, did you hear about what it...
I don't know what it is. Is it like the pickup artist thing? Was that in Canada? Oh, no.
4 cool professional pickup artists.
The guy with the big hat and like...
Dude, they all sit on a couch while they watch the TV of other pickup artists going through like pickup artist games while they hit on girls in clubs and stuff.
I'm so fascinated with pickup artists.
Dude, they do like an MTV Cribs thing where they're like, cool, let's check out where you live. And it all feels like satire. Like when you go back and watch it, you're like, this has got to be a joke.
Do they just live in like studio apartments? Like,
no, it'd be like, I live at home with my mom. and it'll be like, oh yeah, this is my home. These are the posters I have on the wall. This is the cologne I sprayed.
Oh no!
It's so funny.
Because the pickup artists, it's like, what I don't understand is that I'm fascinated with them just because they're just the most repellent human beings.
It's so, oh dude, did it happen here? Like, was there like a plague or an epidemic?
I remember the game coming out.
Okay.
The book.
Yeah.
I say coming out. I remember like when the game happened, and like as a teenage boy, I picked it up and read it, and I was just like,
You read it?
Yeah. Well, I was like, this is terrible, right?
Yeah.
Like, because obviously I loved books already. And I was like, this is shit. Because I didn't even know what the word misogyny meant. Do you know what I mean? I was like, that.
Until you put it in a song.
And I just looked at it and was like,
Misogyny. Sorry.
well, I just like read it and was like, this is A, very, very poorly written. And B, like, these people just sound insane. And I don't think the British cultural sort of vibe will put up with public pickup artistry. I just don't think.
Yeah.
I think we're too cynical for it.
I think y'all don't have confidence.
No. Like there's no chance because I feel like you would just get battered. Do you know what I mean? I think we're a sort of we're a shy nation, but we're also so quick to violence that it creates this kind of melting pot of, or this crucible of knowing what is appropriate in public. Whereas I see some of the things that people do in the US in public, and I'm like, but people can see you and they're going to tut. Do you know what I mean?
They're gonna tut.
And I'm afraid of tutting.
Well, this takes me back. Okay, when you were saying about how Britain got away with the America thing, right?
Yeah.
A thing like not even a premise, like a thing that I like talking about that I know that you can't talk about here because British people just hate hearing it, is that when America, Australia, and America, like Canada, were being founded, and everybody was like moving to these places, right?
Yes.
You lost all your adventurous people. You lost all your criminals. You lost all your entrepreneurs. All these people who had hope and confidence.
Or desperation
Or desperation.
But it's
all
the
left.
same, it's all the same kind of vibe. Yeah.
Sure.
Fuck, I never thought
So now
about that.
all that was left in England is just people who were too scared,
Yeah.
too afraid. People who are like, oh, I love the king, I'm never gonna leave, or queen now, or whatever.
Christ, that's a really good point. Yeah, God, I never looked at it that way.
Yeah, so now you're left with like a country of just like, no, this is our life. This is what we got to do. And that's why Americans are so verbose and energetic, and like every country has the qualities of the people that.
Oh, they've selected for
Yeah.
that. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got family in Arkansas, and like when I go there, I'm just like, this is
Like a parallel version of your.
it's like a
family.
parallel universe.
Yeah.
It's really strange. And like when I was dating someone from New York, it was the same thing where I was like, but what do you mean? Because like she would sit on the tram and there'd be like a guy playing music and someone else like dancing or whatever, like, but it's like two isolated incidents. Like that's a strange thing to see.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, but because they're too mental to understand the social pressure of the tut, they just carry on. And everyone's like, oh, I know I was going to do anything, but everyone's just annoyed.
Hold up. Say that again. You think Americans don't understand the social pressure of the tut, or what?
So I think it's twofold.
Okay.
I think Americans don't have a concept of the social pressure of the tut.
Okay.
But also I think Americans are way more accepting and open to people just doing things.
Living their life.
Yeah.
Talking about their fetishes in Subway.
Yeah, like I sat on the subway in New York.
Yeah.
And I've never felt more like, oh, well, I never in my life.
Really?
Yeah, like, as in, like, the way that I was, like, freaking out. I was like, what do you mean, like, a small child just has an arm full of, like, candy and they're just trying to sell it to me, and there's a man beatboxing, and there's another dude with no shirt on doing pull-ups, and I'm just like, this is outrageous. Do you know what I mean? I was like, this is crazy. I liked it, but I was like, what, every day?
Every day.
Before work?
But then there's a sense of adventure, right? You told me you want to be the side quest guy.
Yeah, true.
That is a country of side quests.
Yeah, true. And I did kind of dig it.
Yeah.
I did kind of dig it.
Dude, it opens you up. I feel like there's so many people here who are kind of like repressed, right? You come from the lineage of like, oh, you can't do that. What if you could?
Do you find that, how is that for you? Because you're quite a sort of outgoing, very much like you know who you are, you know, like quite flamboyant personality. Do you know what I mean?
Call me gay.
But like you're very like
No, I know what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's days I wake up and I feel like Ted Lasso.
yeah.
And there's also like a reason why I love leaving the country. Because there's so much I do love about England, and the people are amazing, and you know, you meet so many different beautiful humans, and especially Manchester is a culture where a lot of people have moved here from other places.
Yeah.
And when you get that, even if it's from other places within England, it's people who are trying to make friends.
Yeah.
So it's a bit friendlier. Like people have this like preconceived notion of London is like rude or mean. To you, maybe.
I love
'Cause
London.
Yeah. I'm not saying you.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah.
people who say that.
Yes, yeah.
Because if you go in with that like mentality, yeah, you're gonna get what you give.
Yeah.
But if you go in with openness and excitement, there's so many side quests. in
Oh,
London.
100%. I love
because
London.
London's not England. London's like an international city.
It's its whole other thing.
When you get a city that big, it becomes its own ecosystem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I came over here because I wanted to see all of this. I wanted to be able to bounce through Europe and see all of that. And it's so cool. I freaking hate that you guys did Brexit like the year after I
It's
got here.
terrible,
Or the year
yeah.
before I got here.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
Yeah, because like I miss all the Europeans here. Like that's when I hang out with people in Manchester, there's some nights I look around and I'm like, oh, nobody's British.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Like, I'm still, every year I threaten to move to London.
Yeah.
But and maybe one day I will.
But Manchester's becoming London.
Yeah, but I I love this. It's great. I remember after the Oasis gigs, also, quick one about like British Reserve.
Sure.
You put us in a field, different rules. As soon as British people enter a field, we become insane. It's amazing.
Oh, like festivals?
Yeah, any kind of function. If it is in a field, it doesn't matter if it's the country fair or if it's Oasis at Wembley Stadium. People just go insane. It's amazing. I
Oh,
love
you've
that.
got some feral people over here
Yeah,
for
it's,
sure.
it's the best thing ever. But
Like you guys don't broadcast your feral people
No, no,
overseas.
no.
Like we don't know about that until we get here, and we're like, oh, Grimsby.
yeah. It's the same with like every time the World Cup happens, the world learns again that British people are utterly insane. Do you know what I mean? Like I love it. Like
Sure.
Like the fact that like the Scots have just invaded Boston.
It's so fun.
It's the best thing. I love it so much.
I saw a video today of somebody waking up at 6:30 in the morning
I've seen
playing the
that.
bagpipes and stuff. Fuck yeah.
I love bagpipes, man. I've got so many albums saved of bagpipe music on my Spotify.
That's
I love bagpipe.
psycho behavior.
I
Yeah.
love it, man.
If I can't shoot up a school, I'll listen to bagpipe covers.
I love it. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, like that. So because I love this, and I keep threatening to move to London, but the reason that I think I don't is A, like it's a money thing, but B, I'm like,
It's mostly the money thing.
yeah, it is mostly the money thing, but I'm also like, there's something about Manchester. Yeah, that was it. So after the Oasis gigs, this American guy, I took him to a tram stop because they were completely lost, and he was like, "There's so many people moving here, but I can't identify what industry they're moving for. Like, why do people move here?" And I'm like, "Mate, for the vibe, mate, because it's great. Like that, we don't really have an industry that people are like, I must move to Manchester to get into tech. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like and I think that's the thing about when I talk to Americans about when they move, because Americans to me only seem to move cities for jobs.
Okay.
I find that strange because I feel like here we have much more of a culture of like bipping around the UK.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I suppose like when I say moving for jobs, I don't count people moving to New York to be actors in comics in this.
Yeah.
I think that's
To
more
New
of
York
like
or LA.
moving for the...
But that's also jobs.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I mean, yeah, whereas I feel like here, it's much more normal to be like, I fancy living in Leicester. Do you know what I mean? And then they just go. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, weird.
No one's ever said that. By the way.
I mean, yeah.
You're getting
maybe-
called out.
Maybe not Leicester.
like I don't know that, so I'll just let you have that.
Well, I suppose like, because for example, I have friends in Oz who they didn't move out for university or anything.
Okay.
Whereas like here, I think it's a huge cultural thing of when university became more accessible.
Sure,
There's
move somewhere for uni.
Yeah, people from towns like mine were like, let's move here. You know what I mean?
Sure, but that's for uni.
Yeah. I suppose that's still technically jobs. Yeah.
Well, it's for education. It's the
Education,
same
yeah.
thing.
But I mean,
Because people move everywhere for school.
true. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's okay. how about this one? Why in Australia everybody lives by the coast and you'd find the most beautiful people by the coast? Here, I would argue that the people who live on the coast may be the weirdest people.
Oh, that's the air. That's the air fucks with you.
It's the Sierra.
I think it is. I think it makes people crazy.
But is it like the Northern Sea?
I think so. Like, because I think
Is it something like, because you'd expect, like, that's where all the Vikings did the raping and pillaging. Like,
Yeah.
that should be the most beautiful people.
well, that's it. I don't know, because like Cornwall is right next to the sea, and Cornwall has a good case of being a completely separate ethnicity of person.
Yeah.
Right, all that shit, right? And I think that it's something about being close to the sea that just, because you're constantly just like, oh my God, the Vikings could come at any time. I think culturally has just made people a bit mental.
Oh, okay. So those people grew up living in fear.
Yeah, I'm scared of the Northeast. The Northeast scares me.
Okay. Yeah, it does. Like, if we went back into medieval times, yeah, there'd be a lot of gargoyles and gremlins.
Well, like, in general, like when I do gigs in like Newcastle and Sunderland, like the people there are so mad.
Yeah.
That they scare me. Not that they're not bad people. It's more that I'm just like, you're very intense.
Yeah.
Like, Sunderland's the only place that I've ever been that's done a quad vodka
Yeah.
for like
yeah.
£8
Yeah.
post-recession. And I'm like, what is this place? Like, I love it. And I feel like maybe that's what it is. Like, they've just, that used to being invaded, that everyone's just gone mental. I don't know.
That's so interesting. Yeah, because it's so cool, right? If you trace back, like, how are people in these places that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm still thinking about the fact that we lost all of our crazy adventurous people. Like, it's a really good point. Yeah, I've never thought about that. Maybe it's not. Maybe the reason I've never thought about it is because I have that British thing of just like, no, we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
That was one thing my ex really used to get pissed off about in this country.
Is how British people are like, no, wait, it's us.
Well, we do it this way,
Yeah.
and that's the correct way. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I didn't realize that I was like that until I started dating someone from the US and was like, oh no, I do that. Yeah, like there's a concept here of just like, this is the proper way, and we shall do it like this.
Yeah,
do you know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? So like that's that.
Oh,
that-
it's such a British thing.
Yeah, that freaks me out. I mean, I don't know. Though. I feel like if I carry on this tilt, though, I'm going to end up being tried for treason, you know, for going against my country. But like,
Yeah, but think of it this way. The British Empire, the sun never set in it. So you have access to all of that.
yeah,
So you can be a part of all that culture.
true. I mean, yeah, true. I suppose. I think we're still having a conversation in this country, and we've been having it for like 30 years about what British culture actually is.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people who look like me who are making some very poor points on it.
do we want to start getting into what British culture, like, yeah. There is some sort of like irony of the fact that like, oh, hey, you went and colonized everybody. And now that, you know, the people that you colonized are coming and moving back here, you're getting upset.
Well, yeah, and also like I think with British culture, the problem that Brits has is because it's not really ever, there's never been like, until recently I think, there's never been an existential crisis on Britishness because of like our global position.
Sure.
And because like our culture is so entrenched within the country, I think people forget. Because I think, to be fair, like Britishness, I don't think is technically a culture. I think you have Englishness, Irish,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like,
Scottish, Welsh.
yeah. Whereas like, because I love the Welsh. I think it's a really cool. Like Wales is one of my favorite countries to visit on earth. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I think even beyond that, dude, you have it such at a minute level, right? You have Scouse, you have Manx.
Yes, yeah.
And then like you have people who move here, dude. You see people from other countries speaking with like a Scottish accent,
Yeah, it's
and you're
amazing.
like,
Yeah.
they're Scottish now.
Yeah. It's
They'll
amazing.
forever be Scottish.
Yeah.
They'll go back to fucking Latvia and they'll speak English with a Scottish accent.
Yeah, it's great.
So that's who they are, and like that's what's so beautiful about it. What I think is happening is it's the fucking billionaire class who's manipulating these people to be
Yes.
like, no, you have to fight them to be British, to distract from the fact that we have our first fucking trillionaire.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, it's insane.
People can't afford to eat. That's not because somebody's moving here to try to eat. It's because people have too fucking much and they're distracting you.
No, 100%. And I think that's what frustrates me is that
Britishness is fucking Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. That's the Britishness people should be proud of.
Yeah, it's
It's eating the fucking rich, flipping over a double-decker bus.
yeah, it's like chanting horrific insults at each other at the football, but it's all good. But like, yeah, because it's weird. We are like one of the homes of like trade unionism and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And what's annoying is we don't get taught about
The
that.
suffragettes, dude. We're in Manchester.
Yeah, it's sick. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I love about this place. It's like the more you look into Manchester, the more you're like, okay, this is cool. I think it's also why I think sometimes I get frustrated by it, but I think it's also why Liverpool has such a strong identity. Do you know what I mean? It's because they have a very interesting history on that. You know what I mean? I think sometimes they could chill a little bit on the Liverpool nationalism, but whatever. Do you know what I mean? That's okay. You do you, baboo. But I just kind of, I don't know about the whole, like, we're Scouse, not English. I think that's strange. But,
Yeah.
like, whatever. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a Scouser, so maybe I just don't understand. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't know. But you go, guys.
Look, everybody kind of has that, right? Like, it's so interesting that you can have, like, I've traveled around so many places, but then you go to Manchester and Liverpool, and I'm like, I'm in Liverpool, like, oh, I live in Manchester. I'm like, oh, I've never been.
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's a fucking 45-minute train. How have you never been to Manchester?
Yeah, that is nuts. Do you have the same thing with, like, your provinces in Canada? Like, is someone from, like, I don't know the differences in names, but, like, is someone from, say, like, Saskatchewan, like, markedly different than someone from, like, Quebec?
Look, there's a difference because our country's so vastly
Yeah, it's
big.
huge, man.
Where, like, here you could drive the whole country, like, top to bottom in, like, what, 8-10 hours?
Yeah, maybe not even that.
Where, like, yeah, I did a tour from Toronto to Vancouver, did gigs along the way, stopping every city. One of the longest drives, like, uninterrupted from major city to major city was 16 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, like driving around the Great Lakes.
Yeah, because I watched this documentary about I think it's British Columbia. You know, they've got that, they call it like the Highway of Tears or something. Like huge, like it's like 800 fucking miles or something. And like it's basically completely unpopulated between like Prince George and wherever the other place is. And I'm just like, the distance of that alone is like the span of my, like,
Oh, yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, that's mind-boggling to me. And I feel like British people don't understand that.
Oh, one of our provinces is the size of the UK.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
With, like, less people in it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
It's
We've got like 42 million or something.
yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. Like, there's something about, again, like America in general and Canada, that kind of area of the world, where Australia, I had the same thing where the scale of it actually made me a little bit existential. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, we're tiny. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tiny. This is fucking huge.
And there is something beautiful to say that tiny little place had control over a lot of the world.
Yeah, I don't know about beautiful, but it's
No, but like if you look at it in like this, like, hey, like a pride sense of like, you know what, you guys did do a lot in history.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, it was sad. Sure, it was fucked up. Sure, return some of the stuff you have in the museum. Yeah. But like, I understand why there'd be people who are like, fucking England.
yeah, we're outsized in our political impact.
Yeah.
Like historical impact on the world compared to how small we are. Yeah, I'm with that. Yeah.
I totally get that. But also chill, because if we don't have that chill attitude of let's let everybody live and support and try and help everybody, then we're gonna get with more war and shit.
100%. And like, I think that's the thing, is that I feel like that's what we've kind of always been about until recently. I think that's the bit that frustrates me. But moving on to
Right, yeah. This is still a comedy podcast.
no, yeah, but like I feel like that's what I like about the Manchester scene of comedy.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's not got a lot of beef in it. I feel like everyone's quite nice to each other. Like Brendan's birthday, man, it was awesome. Do you know what I mean? It was, and like I can pop in here any night and see people that I know, and I'm like, oh, hey, do you know what I mean? I feel like this, I don't know why, but I feel like there's other scenes where there just seems to be so much fucking aggro all the time. Whereas I feel like here we're pretty peaceful, all things considered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd say this isn't as crazy as like the Toronto scene, but I also think it's a smaller scene.
That's fair, yeah.
It's a very tiny scene, and when you start getting more and more comics, that's when the drama comes.
Yeah, fair.
Because people are fighting for spots, and
Yeah.
people have relationships with each other, and like it just becomes dramatic.
Yeah, I mean, here's like, do you think, because now I feel like we are starting to see that like hyper competition for spots here.
Yeah.
Do you think that if you would have started here, you would still be doing comedy? Do you know, like, because you started off in a larger scene and stuff?
Like I started off in Ottawa,
Yeah.
which is smaller,
Okay.
and I would say like Ottawa's like the England of Canada, just because like of how much control of the comedy world we've had over the years.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we've had some of the best comics come out of Ottawa.
Okay.
Tom Green,
Yeah.
Matthew Perry,
No way.
Norm Macdonald,
No way.
John Doerr. I'm trying to think if there's any other like bit. Oh, I think Mike McDonald wasn't us, but yeah, just even those 4. That's like almost.
Yeah, that's wild.
I don't know if you know John Doerr, but John Doerr.
I don't know John
fucking
Doerr.
phenomenal.
Okay, I'll check him out. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's wild. Yeah, because because again, like I knew that Tom Green was from Canada.
Yeah.
But I'm also just like, what weird thing about Tom Green. What I don't understand is, I feel like he's one of the more innovative people in the comedy space. Everything that he seems to have done 5 years later blows up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that must be so frustrating.
To be honest, he seems to be having the best time. In his
Yeah,
life right
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
Like he's moved back to Canada. He started like a podcast TV show.
Yeah.
In his beautiful farm home,
Yeah.
and he's just having the best. He's doing the thing that like I've kind of built here, but in a completely different sense, right? I was touring and stuff, and I was like, oh, if I just build a club, I can have all my friends come visit me.
That's cool.
And then I don't have to move anywhere. So then I don't have to travel. And when you travel, you don't often see the same people, or like you'll see like the same people like every once in a while. Here it's like, okay, well, everybody's kind of on a rotation, and they'll come visit me like once, twice a year.
Yeah.
Instead of leaving it up to chance on if we're booked on the same show.
Yeah, I suppose, because I remember when you ran the mic at Holdfast.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Holdfast. That was my favourite bar in Manchester.
That was so fun.
And I remember you had that show where like you had Brendan Burns in. He was like, I love Brendan Burns. I think he's a fantastic comic.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, and like watching his shows genuinely big game changer. I was like, oh, you can just do this. Like you can just talk about this. This is really interesting. I think Race Off is amazing. Do you know what I mean? Like one of the
Yeah,
best
with Craig. Shout out Craig Quartermain.
Yeah, let's go, Craig. Like, what an interesting person, right? And like, what an interesting concept for a show. But yeah, I remember like when you were running the mic in Holdfast, it was mad because like, I'd only just about started doing comedy like and being like, oh, I want to do this. It's funny because actually like you were there for maybe my worst bomb that I've ever had in my life.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Like, because I had taken some fruits of the earth the night before, and I was up at like 3 a.m. writing this fucking huge tea trees about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna compare because it was when what's that musical called about the French Revolution?
Les Miserables.
Yeah, it was when Les Mis was like, I think having a cultural moment, and then I was like, oh, I wonder. It's weird because it's such a violent, insane bit of history.
Yeah.
Would you be able to do a musical about Stalingrad? And I remember writing, that. And just being like, I'm a genius. You know, like when you're first in comedy and you're just like, these people don't know. You know what I mean? Like you're such a like you.
Yeah, but you need that. You need that to push through. You need to have that like false sense of brilliance.
Oh, 100%. And then I remember walking in and being like, these people aren't ready. And you were like, okay, bud, yeah, you go up next. And then I started talking, and I'm talking, and I'm talking, and I can just see faces just going like, and I looked to the back, and you were just like. I just like doing the thing of just being like, because you were trying to help, like you were sort of like, I don't know if you were mouthing it, but you were giving me, I think you were trying to send me like, they're not feeling it. Pivots. And I just wouldn't pivot because I had no sleep, and I was just like, and then like,
is he saying pivot or rivet? Yeah, I was in rivet.
Yeah, and this crowd, oh god, did they hate me? Because I also sat down, which like. Yeah, like again, I must have looked like such an asshole. And I got off, and it was right before the break. And I remember you came outside, and you were just like, dude.
Oh, no.
No, but like you were saying it in a kind of like, look, bro, you tried something. That's okay.
Yeah.
But you can't be doing that. It's like, you can't be talking about, you're not ready for this. And I was like, you were like, you didn't have any punchlines in there. And I was like, oh. And then right after that, fucking Ivaldas came up and smashed. Do you know what I mean? And I was just like, oh God, like, but it's just very strange. Like, you've seen me maybe at my worst.
If it makes you feel any better, I do not remember.
No. Yeah, you were very nice about it, but I just remember coming off, and it was one of them bombs where you sit down in your room and you're like, what am I doing with my life? Do you know what I mean? Like, what am I...
Yeah, but that's what you have to be doing, right? Like, we've all gone through that.
Yeah.
I remember being in Toronto, and like, I do the same jokes at one mic, and then I'd go to another mic and do the same exact jokes, and it just would bomb.
Yeah.
And I'd walk home like crying, being like, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't compute in my head. why did they laugh but they didn't?
Yeah, I don't, not ashamed to admit, I've cried after a couple of bombs.
Of course.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, we've gotten through, like, okay, you've been doing comedy for like 6 years. Some of the questions we like to ask on the podcast is, what's the biggest gig you've done?
Biggest gig that I've done?
Yeah, so like most amount of people.
Oh, I think so. I did, it was called Farmyard Party for Rick Hulse.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was like
Farmyard Party?
Yeah, it was like 2,000 bikers. But I walked over in this tent, I was like, this is the tent. It was gargantuan.
Yeah.
And like I walked in and I was like, oh my fucking God. Like rows back, rows and rows and rows and rows and rows. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like an open spot at this point. I have no idea how I'd landed this gig.
Yeah.
And like, because I sent him my clip and he was like, yeah. And like, bless Rick, he's a really nice, I love Rick Hulse. He's such a nice guy. And he could see me shitting myself like at the side of this, because it was like Ash Preston, me and Jonathan Mayer.
Yeah.
And like, I stood there being like, oh God. And I look, and like, I was just like, oh my God. Like, cause it was that big, the tent, that it was one of those things where there was like delay on the sound from the speaker hitting the back wall. So like I was just like, oh my God, this is insane. And he called me up, and the stage is literally just a square, like the size of this table, and you stood on it, bright as fuck lights. And I'm like, hello. And at that point, a lot of my stage character was quite awkward.
Okay.
And they just weren't feeling it. I was dying on my ass. Luckily, like the first 2 rows were into it, but past then it was just like 7,000 different conversations.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh God. And I like struggled through it. And obviously, because I'm an open spot, I didn't realize that I was like, oh, you need to bring the energy when you're doing this. Like, you can't just like be like, hello. And then I got off just feeling fucking terrible. And then like I was like, okay. And Rick also was like, don't worry, the room was a bit chatty. That's okay. And he's like trying to make me feel better. And then Jonathan Mayer just goes on and just annihilates within like 15 seconds. The whole room is on his side. He's going. And I'm like, oh, right. That's what, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like that's what Jonathan does, right?
Yeah.
You haven't figured out what you do yet.
Yeah.
You're just so new, right?
Yeah.
If you go up and do that show now, like you'll be fine.
I'd be fine, yeah. But like as an open spot, I was like, and as well, it's like at the time, that was the most I'd ever been paid to do comedy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is massive.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I've just been paid £70. You know what I mean?
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
I'm a millionaire. You know what I mean? And then like, and the drive back, it was just fucking, because me and Ash like both ate shit. And so we were just like, just back, like completely zoned out. You know what I mean? It was rough. And then Jonathan just fell asleep, and I was like,
That's so funny.
he did it on the way there as well. He was just like, hey, mate, straight asleep.
Just in the back seat.
Yeah. It was great. Impressive, to be honest. I was like, I wish I could just hit sleep like that.
Dude, I've learned how to sleep anywhere.
Yeah. I can sleep on public transport. Easy. I can't sleep in a bed. Weird. Can't do it.
Really?
Yeah, really, I can't do it. It's weird.
It got to a point that one year at Christmas, my parents got me like an inflatable pillow, a safety blanket, and I'm like, do you guys think I'm homeless? Like, do you guys legitimately think I sleep on the street?
It's that shit you'd hand out at a soup kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be okay, buddy. Like, but yeah, so that's probably the biggest crowd I did. What about you? What's your biggest crowd?
Me? For comedy, probably about like 700.
Wow.
And then for doing like hosting bingo, probably like in the thousands.
Fuck.
But yeah, that's just what that is. But then, okay, the last question is, where's the weirdest place you've ever performed? Or like, because that one is probably like hardest bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in front of 2,000 bikers, like that's fucking intimidating.
Yeah, it was horrendous, yeah.
But like weirdest place would be like something like obscure outside of like comedy that you would have performed at.
Weirdest place that I performed? It wasn't weird because of where it was.
Okay.
It was weird because of what it was. So like I did a gig in this small town that I'm not going to name because then they'll instantly know I'm talking about. People will know what gig I'm talking about. And it was in this pub. And as soon as I didn't perform. There's two. There's one where it was that weird that I went home and just didn't perform.
Oh.
Yeah. And then there was another one that was that weird that I did the gig and like left after like 2 minutes.
What?
Right. So I went to this pub in an industrial estate near Nottingham.
Okay.
Already, flat roof, I was like, this is scary. And I walked in, there's a fruit machine, all carpet floors. I have a thing where I refuse to drink in a pub with carpeted floors. There's just a bad vibe. There's a bad vibe about that, right? And then I walk around.
Isn't that like a spoons?
Yeah, but it was worse. It was like
Okay.
It was like carpets where I'm just like they haven't been cleaned in generations, right? And there was this guy called Mike who I think was eventually chased out of the East Midlands scene because of putting on very strange gigs. But anyway, but this was before I knew he was kind of on like a promoter blacklist. So I turned up. There was 2 men in high vis sat there drinking in front of a fruit machine, and he was like smiling ear to ear with a big fucking beard, talking to them, trying to get them to convince them to go and sit in the comedy area. And the comedy area was just a circle of chairs that he'd created in the middle of this pub, proper ambush gig. So I was like, oh God. And I was with my missus at the time, and I was like, wait near the door, just in case. And so like I walked to the bathroom, and in the bathroom was a toilet where like it literally had like chunks out of it. And then the toilet seat was just on the floor in the middle of the room, covered in piss. Yeah. And I stood there and I looked at it, and then a staff member walked in, looked at me, looked at the toilet seat and just went, crazy, and then just walked out. Didn't do anything, just like looked at it. I was just like, what the fuck is this place? And I walked out and I could hear him going like, guys, the comedy's starting. The comedy's about to start. Music hadn't gone off. Broad daylight. And I looked and I could see these 2 guys beginning to get aggressive with this promoter. And I was just like, I'm getting out of here. I ran off. So, and then we ended up just like having a day out in Nottingham. He never messaged me being, where are you? Yeah. And then I looked at a picture afterwards. There was 1 comic that had decided to stay. Yeah. And he looked insane. Anyway, but the one that was weirdest in terms of like strangest in terms of like the vibe, I walked in to this pub in the middle of nowhere, and really low ceiling. There was a DJ booth set up next to like near the stage. Yeah. And there was already, I was like, this is a strange place, because it was like I had this weird blue neon lighting that wouldn't stop flashing. And I walked into the room where the gig was, and it was rows of chairs and then some tables at the back, and there was lads who literally looked like they just finished the Tommy Robinson rally.
Ooh,
like,
okay.
There was like easily 25 of them openly just doing lines off these tables and like going mental and like chanting. And then there was this lovely couple on the front row just like, the comedy's about to start. And I was like, oh no. And then like will become important in a second. The MC is mixed race. And then he went on and some of his material is about being mixed race. Yeah. And then he started doing his mixed race material, mentioned that he has mixed race kids, and the crowd started to boo, right? And they were booing this guy's mixed race kids. And then they started to like, I don't know if he could hear or whether he was just blocking it out, but they just start like racially abusing him from like the back of the room. And this is like the whole crowd, this is like 25 people. And then this couple at the front are just like watching politely. It was really surreal. And then he just carries on doing stuff. And I'm just like going, we don't have to do this. Like we don't have to do this. We can just not, comedy doesn't have to happen now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And he gets off, brings on the first guy, and I was like, bro, what the fuck? And he was like, it's just water off a duck's back. I was like, but you're being racially abused. Like, we don't have to do this. And he was like, no, do the gig. And I was like, okay. And then the opener comes off after just like shitting on the crowd for 20 minutes. And then, which to be fair, like not trying to get them on side. Do you know what I mean? And then I come up and I'm just like, hello. And then like, it sounds like zoo animals at the back. Like it's insane. But what killed me was this little couple who clearly they were clinging on to their night out for grim death. Like they were just sat there like, and you can hear people just going, fucking run it. And then I had a joke that I used to do. Like it was about like a wordplay about the phrase free Palestine. The punchline is just my mum saying, how much do you reckon it costed before? It's a dumb joke, right? It's a dumb joke.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And so...
Also, you're saying that on the podcast. That's one way to get us not viewed.
Oh, dear. Oh,
no, that's fine. But, I believe in it.
Well, then, like, this lad at the back just went on this 15-minute tirade about Israel. Yeah. Like, pro-Israel tirade. I'm just like, why am I having a debate about Israel in this pub in the middle of nowhere? And at the end, and by the end of it, it was the first time ever doing stand-up that I just put the mic in the stand and was like, this is fucking pointless. Yeah. I hate you all. I just because I was just like, I can't do this, and I've never done that before or since. But it was just like because I felt like I was gonna cry. I was just because I was so frustrated, and then like I just put the mic stand in, and then bless them, this old couple just go like. So it's like, and like I walk off. I must have done like no more than about like fucking 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And I get off, and I'm done, and I just had to like run out the venue. And then I messaged the guy afterwards. I was like, bro, are you okay? And he was like, oh, no, it's fine. That happens every gig at this place.
God.
And I was like, no, it doesn't have to happen every gig.
Yeah, that doesn't have to be a gig. That's not comedy.
And I think that's my thing. The main thing I've learned from this like 6 years doing it is like, sometimes the gig you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
The gig doesn't have to happen. Like we don't have to have comedy under these conditions.
Yeah, ambush shows should not happen.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. But I've done so many ambush shows when I first started, like
Everybody does because you have to.
Yeah,
it's the only place you can get stage time.
through a guitar amp. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that was probably the weirdest vibe that I've done comedy in. I think was like racial tension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, dude, for coming to do the podcast. Is there anything you want to plug? The Menkel Boys?
Yeah, so we've got, I'm part of me and Phil Sutton do sketches under Menkel Brothers. Check us out on Instagram. I'm that Jake Breeze on Instagram. He's Phil, I think just Phil Sutton. We also have a couple of dates at the Buxton Fringe on the 10th and 11th of July.
Nice.
We're going to be doing a split work in progress show. Tickets free, but they are selling now, which is really cool. So, like, please come down and, yeah, that's about it.
Sick. Thank you guys so much.
Bye.